Samsung's One UI 7.0 is coming, and the hype is real. Or, at least as real as getting excited over slightly tweaked app icons can be. Yeah, Samsung heard your complaints and decided to redesign icons because that's what we've all been begging for, right? Forget faster charging or better battery life. Just give us icons that don't make us question our eyesight. At first, these new icons look like they were designed by someone who just discovered Microsoft Paint. But don't worry, Samsung listened to the feedback, and now they've replaced the icons with something slightly less weird. Progress, I guess? Apparently, Samsung is really committed to making sure you don't have nightmares about your camera app icon. The good news? They're taking feedback seriously. The bad news? We're still out here roasting icon shapes while other companies are out there launching flying cars. But hey, at least we have rounded corners and shiny animations. Speaking of animations, Samsung's UI overhaul also makes transitions smoother, because nothing screams high-tech like a phone that swipes left to right slightly faster than last year. Those milliseconds saved? Truly life-changing. In fact, with the time you save, you could probably get yourself a snack. Maybe reorganize your quick settings because apparently that's what Samsung thinks we care about. Oh, and let's not forget the revamped battery icon, because who doesn't get all giddy over a cute little charging animation? It's almost like Samsung is trying to distract us from the fact that we're still waiting an hour for our phones to juice up. But don't worry, now it'll look extra pretty while your phone crawls its way to 100%. And here's the best part. Samsung's One UI 7.0 brings game-changing features like the app drawer search bar at the bottom. That's right, folks. Samsung finally figured out that maybe, just maybe, we don't all have Shaquille O'Neal-sized hands. Finally, someone said, hey, let's stop making people perform yoga stretches just to search for apps. Innovation at its finest. As for the whole one-handed use, Samsung also revamped their stock camera app to put all the controls at the bottom. Great idea, Samsung. Now I can awkwardly juggle my coffee and my phone without accidentally snapping a picture of my ceiling. Bravo! Now let's shift to the biggest battle of 2024. Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max versus Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's like Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago, except, with more pixels and fewer punches. First up, Apple sticks to its iconic, red, unchanging design, while Samsung's Ultra model brings you that sleek curve. Because we all know curvy is the new sexy. But here's where it gets wild. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra has the S Pen, giving you the edge in productivity. Because if you're the type of person who spends $1,200 on a phone, surely you'll be using it as a notebook. Meanwhile, Apple introduces a camera control button. That's right, a button. You heard it here first. Apple invented buttons. Steve Jobs would be proud? Maybe. But don't worry, it's not just any button. This one zooms revolutionary. When it comes to displays, the iPhone has a 6.9-inch screen because apparently we're now in the age of carry your TV in your pocket. Samsung, on the other hand, gives you 6.8 inches of AMOLED glory with an anti-reflective coating for all those times you're using your phone under the blazing sun while checking your emails, I guess. And of course, we can't forget performance. Apple's A18 Pro chip versus Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Apple's chip is like the overachiever in school who gets straight A's without even trying. Meanwhile, Snapdragon Gen 3, it's that kid who's brilliant at gaming but forgets their homework half the time. Sure, both chips are powerful, but Apple wins the stamina game, while Samsung is busy flexing its gaming muscles. Now the cameras. The iPhone gives you 3 solid lenses, but Samsung went all in with a 200-megapixel camera. It's like Samsung is yelling, more megapixels, more power. Meanwhile, Apple's out here taking gorgeous natural shots while Samsung is like, let's make the grass look like it's straight out of a neon rave. Want subtlety? Maybe don't use Samsung's camera in a forest. Finally, battery life. Samsung edges out with 5,000 milliamp hours, because why settle for less when you can carry a mini generator in your pocket? But Apple, with its slightly smaller battery, is like, it's not the size, it's how you use it. Charging speeds, though, Samsung wins again with 45-watt wired charging, while Apple is stuck at 20 watts. Apple's response? Just be patient. And there you have it. Two phones fighting for your wallet, and in the end, you'll just end up using them to scroll through TikTok anyway.